Everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a requirement called uh, customizing an out-of-the-box widget. So I'll just explain the requirement first. So this is brand new instance which I just uh, created, and let's go to the out-of-the-box SP portal. So in the out-of-the-box portal, if you go to the knowledge, in knowledge we have all these categories, right? So for example, if you have a category over here, and within the one category, if there is only one article present, so instead of showing that uh, knowledge article overview, so uh, the requirement is to show the knowledge article itself directly on this screen. So that is the requirement. So let's get started, like how can this be done. Okay, so the way that I'm planning to implement this is, first I'll clone the page, clone the widget, and then in this specific widget, in the cloned version, I'll write a script to check if the count is 1. Then I'll navigate to a different page where it will have the KB category on left side, but on the right side it will show the article. So if I open this article in new page, so this widget we are going to use it in the new page that we are going to create. So let's get started. So first of all, I'll clone the widget. So before you do any changes, make sure capturing in update set is always a best practice. So I'm creating a new update set. Wahid KB article customization and 14 Jan 2023. Okay. So this requirements make sense to me, so that is the reason I want to give it a try. So let's go with the first approach, that we need to clone the widget, right? So the widget is called, so KB category page, even if I click on any specific category, it is taking the same page. So let's clone this widget first. I hope it is in global scope, not the knowledge management scope. Yeah, it is in global scope. So these widgets are protected by Servicenow. Like, we can't even edit the widget code. So if you try to edit also, it will not allow you. So what we have to do is, we just need to clone, but when you are cloning, make sure what dependencies are there. Okay, so we might miss them, so we have to create all the dependencies again. So I created a copy, and then I'm giving it name as custom for now. Okay, and then I'll save this. So the dependencies also came, so no issues. I'll quickly cross check again if any other dependencies are there. So dependencies are not there, but only Angular provider is there. Templates are not there, that is fine. Okay, so we got this cloned, and the next thing I'll do, uh, I want to create a page and keep this on that specific page, right? So let's go ahead and create a new page. Service portal pages, create new. So the page is called kb underscore category today. So I'll call it as kb category new, something like that. Okay. So I'll give the name as same, like knowledge base. All right. So we are keeping it as public because that is how the page it is right now, I believe. Okay. So in out of the box page, we have these many things: breadcrumb, type head search, knowledge bases, KB categories, and KB categories page. So we are pretty much reusing the same things. So instead of creating the page, I'm just thinking, why not to clone the page? Is it even possible to clone the page? So let's quickly check that. So KB categories or page name, right? I'll search by ID, and we have clone version, so we can go with this approach. So I'm clicking on clone, so it created knowledge base, it created a page, and then I'm calling it as custom for now. So kb underscore category underscore new, so we are calling it this way. Okay. So in general, we don't have much dependencies on pages, so I think that is fine, but still it is good practice. Like we may have the page dynamic variables, so cross check if any dependencies are there and you can create it. So now the page is created, so we have to replace this widget with our new widget that we have created, right? So our new widget is called as KB category page custom, right? So let's go to the designer and search the widget and drop it over here. Okay, so before you remove the out of the box widget, check what instance options are configured on the out of the box widget so that you don't miss anything. Okay, so default users use system properties and 10. So let's see if we have the same thing over here. So we are good to delete the out of the box one and keep only the custom one. Okay, so I deleted the out of the box one. So I think I did a mistake there. So instead of modifying the new page, I directly modified the out of the box version, which I don't want to do it because I want to retain out of the box as is for future versions. So what I'll do, I'll revert these changes. So I don't see the versions over here. What I'll just do is I'll go back to the list layout, configure related list, and I'll add the versions over here first. So let me search with versions. So in the versions also there is nothing much captured over here. And let's let's see if we have something on the update set to revert. So delete capture was here, right? So let me try to restore this. So I'll click on show related record. So we'll have a restore file option over here. So are you sure you want to restore KB category page? This will restore any records that were deleted and changed during the deletion of this file. I'll say OK. Okay. So this is done. So let's go back to the page again and see we haven't missed much the out of the box page. Right. So we have this KB category page as is over here. And then let's remove our custom widget from this particular page. So this is the custom widget that we have added to the out of the box page. So I removed it. So instead of modifying it over here, we thought of doing it on the new page which we created, right? So where is the new page that we created? This is the one, right? So in this page we will update that. So remove the KB category page and then add the same custom version of it. So you can check in URL like in which page you are. So this is always when you are working with designer, make sure you are on the correct pages. So over here now the cloned widget is done. So the next thing I want is this page to be reflect on the portal, right? So right now for a specific portal, for example SP service portal, if I click on knowledge and it is taking us to this, and when I click on any category it is taking us to the KB category page. So instead of KB category I want to redirect to a new page. So for that we have a concept called page route maps. So let's go with page route maps and create one. So I'll explain what exactly page route maps is. Like on a specific portal you can define the redirection from one page to a different. For example, KB instead of showing the KB out of the box page, we are trying to redirect them to the new page, right? So KB underscore category new. So this is how it will work. So on this specific portal, whenever any user tries to navigate to this specific page, it will be routed to the KB category new, and you need to set that active and save this. Okay. So in this case, for end users, the URL will not change, but the content within the pages will come from the new page that whatever we configure over here. So that is how it will work. So let's refresh the page now. Okay. So right now you are not seeing any change over here like out of the box versus now, but if you look at the name over here, so this is coming as a custom widget, like the navigation is working fine. So the next step that what we thought is, we thought of writing some script, and based on the count of the article we are planning to navigate to the different page instead of this one to show the article. So for that, first of all we need a separate page where it shows the KB categories as well as the knowledge article directly. So let's go ahead and create that for now. So again I'm going to use the same page and we'll just remove the KB category page and replace with the KB article page. So let's clone this again, clone page. So knowledge base, I'll say article view. Okay. All right, so this page is created, and on this page we are replacing the KB overview widget with a direct article widget, right? So let's do that. I'll open in designer, and then, so what is the knowledge article widget that we need to configure? So if I open the article in a new page, so it takes us to this specific page, and you need to ensure what parameters are required in order to view the article, right? So whenever we do that dynamic thing, so we when we are validating the count is 1 or not, we need to ensure this is particular thing is already available in the URL to get the knowledge content over here. Okay, so over here we will go with knowledge article content widget, right? So I'm going to use as is. So knowledge helpful and the comments are all our separate widgets. So for now we'll focus on only knowledge article content. Okay, so this is article view page. I'm going to delete the one that is available and replace with knowledge article content. Okay, so over here you can also check if any instance options are configured out of the box, like show versions information. That's the only one option is selected. On the rest of all the ones are good. So let's quickly check and we can configure the same way. Set the page title is there, but it's not here. So let's remove this. Okay, so we are good with all the instance options as well. So this is good. Now the main part is like we need to ensure the redirection happens correctly. So let me quickly clean up my browser tabs. I'll just close tabs to right, and we no longer need new page. So I'll go to the SP portal, click on knowledge, click on a specific category, and then click on any specific subcategory. So this click we have to focus, right? So what I'm going to do is basically I'll open the widget in editor. Okay, so let's go through the out of the box code now. So we need to understand the code, like how it is getting, and if the count is 1, we will write one client script to redirect to the other page that we have created. Okay, all right, so here we are. So before I jump onto the code, I can quickly check in console. So I opened my developer tool, like as soon as I click on F12 I'll see this. So in the console, if I control and right click on the widget, I'll have options, right? So there I can click on scope.data to see in which specific array we are getting the articles, right? So over here, so these are breadcrumbs and this is the one. So items array is containing the knowledge articles, right? So this is the knowledge article that we are seeing, how to configure VPN, and same thing is there over here. So items array is the one that we need to check. So we can start from this one, start finding where is that items is coming from, right? So if there are no articles, so data dot items is an array, so which can be in client script or which can be in server script. So in client script it is not there, but it's something different. So let's check the server script. That's the only place left right now. Okay, so over here, so this is the area that I wanted to concentrate to fulfill the requirement, right? So I'm going to use the Visual Studio Code for now. I can modify the code over here as well, but I'm more used to it. So I'll just open my VS Code, and then so we have this download icon over here, right? If you want to modify the code using VS Code, I'll share in the iCard you can find how to configure that. I created a separate video for that. You can go through the tutorial to start using VS Code for scripting within ServiceNow. Okay, so for now going with this approach. Like once we click on that, so it will create a new tab. So you have to keep this tab open. So I'm just pinning this tab, and then on this VS Code now I can see all the four widgets. All the four uh, pages like HTML, CSS, client script, and JavaScript, server script. So in the server script, we are checking data dot items array. So over here, so it is if category exists, and so let me go through the code over here. So we have this data dot items length, but it's not stored in a new separate variable. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'll say data dot kb articles count equals to data dot items dot length. Okay, so I'll call it this way. So this will give us the kb articles count, right? So let's quickly check. So items is basically get kb category articles summaries. Okay, so it is pulling only the summaries. So this is correct only. So here we are getting the count, and as soon as I save this, the widget will be automatically saved, and as soon as I refresh, I can see the changes. I don't have to copy the entire page and then paste it over here. That all is not required. So as soon as you make any changes over here and you save this, and if you go back to the page, and even if you refresh the widget, the link will still exist, because this is the tab where the connection is there. Okay, so if you come over here, so you can see the comments, the changes that we have made. So you can keep writing the script over here and save it, and you can test it directly on the portal. Okay, also there is one more feature, like reload active tab on the save of VS Code. So once you enable this, right, so whenever we make, so if you are testing on this specific page, so if I modify something over here, v1 I saved, and as soon as I go back to portal, the portal refreshes. Okay, so this way you don't even have to refresh the page to test the new changes over here. So this is again up to the your preference, like if you want you can activate this or you can disable this. So let's continue with our requirement. So if the count is 1, we need to redirect this to a different page, right? So what I am going to do over here is, so in the paging start itself, so I'll write if so if the page is yeah, if KB article count is equals to 1, right, then we are redirecting them to a separate page. So for redirection, I'll take the dollar location I think is already there, no, right? So I think the syntax is not, or let me do a quick Google search. You don't have to remember all the syntax in my opinion, but you should know what needs to be written. So redirect from client script Servicenow widget. So these keywords should be enough for me to get the syntax. So we are talking about portal, right? So windows.location I'll not suggest it. So there is one other way of doing it. Yeah, this is the one which I'm looking for. So this is the one, right? So uh, that so we know, sorry, yeah, so we know that we also need the sys id of the article to show the content, otherwise the page will not load, right? But for now let's we'll just redirect to the URL. Okay, URL equals to, and what's the page, do you guys remember? I think page we calling it as kb article underscore view, I think. So I'll click on this button, it will show the filters and sort by updated. So this is the page that we are trying to navigate. Also we should pass the KB category as well, so that it retains on the same category and show the article. So for that again, which is already there in portal, so we just need to consider that when you are passing it to the new page that we have created. So first let's check at least the page redirection is happening correctly. So what I have done for redirection, I created a location, sorry, I wrote a location over here. I'm passing it on the top, and if kb article count equals to 1, then it will immediately navigate to this specific page. So let's test it. So it will automatically refresh, we don't have to do anything. So it says one error. So whenever you have errors, so you should be happy instead of scaring, because it will give you what mistake that you are doing in the code, right? So it is saying data is not defined. So in client script I might have mentioned the data, but that's not the correct way. I should mention c.data in client script. So let's save this, come back, and now you can see their redirection is happening correctly. So but if you see over here, it is not taking the portal, nothing is considering, right? So we need the portal to be there as well. So let's go to our code, and then I'll say id equals to, okay. So let's see the page again. So I need to go back to the SP portal. So let me close all these other tabs. So click on knowledge, click on a category, right? So now you can see we are the URL is changing and it is trying to load the article. Because we don't have the sysID, it could not able to fetch the article details. So the next step is the two things that we thought of passing, right? One is the previous category which was selected, for example Apple in our case, also the knowledge article sysID. So the sysID is, again, you can pick it up from the data.items, right? So what you can do, so let's build a first let's build a simple query, like how it will look. So this is the category syntax, and KB article syntax I need to check, right? So this is KB article. So these two parameters we need to pass it. So I'll just concatenate the variables over here, okay, and remove this and here. So from the data.list, right? So variable category KB category equals to, so I know the data.list will have only one item at this place, right? So data.list of first array, and then let's see in which variable we are having the category sysID. So let's come here, check the console, and then items. So in the first one, so this is KB article sysID, right? So let's take this KB article sysID and KB article sysID equals to this, okay. Now we got one of them, right? So we need KB category sysID. So the KB category is not directly available, but let's see the meta, at least meta knowledge base ID is there. So there are these parent categories. So let's go with the single option approach. So but whenever I click on that, it is redirecting, right? In this case, I want to stop this navigation and then test it. Otherwise it will never wait for us to test it. So I'll expand this. So again it is saying data is not defined. So what you need to do, c.should solve that issue. So let's come back here. So in this case, let's see, on the items you don't have, so this is the array author id. So 435 is what? So the kb category will be in this format, c8 and all, right? So this is not the one, link is not the one, this is articles is id. I'm expanding to the meta. In the meta we have Apple and devices, right? So the first category of parent is basically that we need to pick, right? So I'll pick up this one, items dot meta dot parent category, right? So I can do it this way, copy property path, and we can do it this way as well. So c dot data dot items of 0 and dot, so is this side is directly available on the array itself? Yes, it is. So sys underscore id meta is an array or object, so it is an object only. So in the object, parents of categories is again array. So parent category IDs of 0. Okay, so let's test one by one. So first we'll check the category is coming or not, right? So I'm adding a console to see that, as well as I can add KB articles inside it for the next. So let's see. If I go back to portal, console is not a function, it is saying okay. So I need to write console dot log off. So sometimes silly mistakes. So we are getting the category, so this is good, right? So next thing we are checking is KB articles inside is coming or not. So c dot data dot, it's not list, it's dot items, c dot data dot items dot, sorry, we don't need this, right? So it's items, it's not list, my bad. So items of 0 dot sysid, and this should give us KB article sysid. Let's see now it is coming or not. So again it is saying console is not an array. I think this should work, so let's try to save this and let's see. Okay, there is an error. KB but KB articles side is coming, and that is what we are seeing as well. So now variable URL equals to KB article view and KB underscore category equals to, we need to pass the KB category over here, and sys KB ID equals to KB article sys ID over here, and then this will redirect to the page. So let's comment out the console because we validated both of them are working. So this is how it will work, right? So wherever you have single article, you should directly see the article over here. If you have multiple articles within category, it should show the summaries. So that is what uh, now the thing is working without any as is expected. Okay, so let's quickly see a demo and we'll go through what we have done. So when you click on knowledge on the portal, so if you have if we have only one article from any specific category, the expectation is to show the article directly instead of uh, clicking on the article again. So if you click on this apple, and if this is on, there is only one category, right? So for one article we are directly showing the article over here. Okay, so this is how it will work. And if we have multiple articles in a specific category, so that will show all the articles at is like, and this is an out of the box configuration. So we are good with configuration. So hope so let's go through the changes that we have done. Like let's go through the update set so that you get an idea. So I'll open this update set in new tab, group by type. Okay, so providers, columns, containers, instances, all these things are, when we clone the pages, everything came and we modified the pages as well, right? So we have created two new pages. One is for replacing the out of the box page, and second one is to show the article page, right? And then page route maps, we need it. It's always good practice to keep the out of the box as is and use the page route maps and customize your changes there. Okay, and this is not required, and we have one widget which is customized, and in that widget itself we have written a code of what the redirection part, right? So that's it all. I hope this video will help you. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.